Hey there, vinyl community. My name's Tom. You're watching Rant District. This is really kind of a question for the audiophile wing of the vinyl community. And the question I want to pose is, what is wrong with you? I got an email this morning from Rhino, and I'm not picking on Rhino. Let me just be clear here. I think they put out a lot of good stuff at reasonable prices. What I'm going to be talking about is not necessarily that. But I got an email from Rhino, and apparently they're coming out with a audiophile line. They've got two releases that they're coming out with, and one of them is an audiophile pressing of The Cars, their debut album, for like $40. And I was scratching my head, going, "What? What? They're coming out with an audiophile version of a extremely common record that probably has millions of copies in print and sounds amazing to begin with." I mean, I own the record. It's like the original version, and it's just a phenomenal sounding record. Like, what in the world? Are you really breaking new ground by doing an audiophile version of a record that already sounds great and is very inexpensive and common? So I was working from home today. When my lunchtime hit, I pulled out the record and spun it up because I'm like, what the fuck? Am I misremembering something? Did this really not sound that great? And popped it on, and it's a great sounding record. So I don't get the I get what Rhino's doing. They're a business, and if there's money to be made, they're going to try to make it. And I think there's just a wing that's I would kind of call it vinyl. Mostly it's vinyl community 2.0, which kind of has its subsections. Vinyl community 2.0 is kind of broken down into the self-professed audiophiles and also the content creators, the people that just spit out videos because they're trying to monetize, and it's about ego and money. So it's like that's one wing, and the other wing is the audiophile, so-called audiophile wing. First of all, it's weird to me that you're gonna base your purchasing based on marketing, instead of just kind of discovering different music, or digging into this person produced this band, or this drummer was in this that I love in this band is in some other band, and just kind of going off of that. It's like, oh, I got an email that has the word audiophile in it, or one of the VC 2.0 shills that review or announce audiophile pressings, so that they can make money based on your clicks. And these reviews, generally speaking, and who I'm talking about with the content creators, the reviews, these are commercials. They're doing commercials. And just basing your purchasing decision off of oh, I just got this email, or this person with big viewership is talking about it, and I'm a vinyl community zombie. I must purchase what I'm being marketed to. It's really absurd. And then there's and I'm gonna kind of clarify this, but there was one point where I did a video quite a while ago comparing two different versions of a record, Transformer, Lou Reed's Transformer, with an original version versus a Speaker's Corner audiophile version, and thinking that I saw other people doing videos like this, so somehow in my head I got well, I should do this. And after going through the exercise of comparing, the two albums, and going back and forth between songs, I mean, is comparing pressings really fun? Is comparing, because you're getting down to sounds. You're not picking apart the music. You're comparing sounds. Is that really fun? Is that really fun for you? And you get to a point too with these pressings labeled as audiophile pressings, where it's the same 2 to 3 people mastering every record, and when it gets to be that many recordings pressed by the exact same people, To me, that's sterilization. If everything's going to sound exactly the same, vocals have to be boosted and be right in the center, and you know, clean separation between things in the left channel and the right channel. I mean, for those folks that get hung up on that, have you ever gone to see a live concert? Do you hear like space between the instruments? It's a fucking wall of sound. And you just get enveloped and you just dig the music. This whole like obsession with sounds. Why is the VC so obsessed with sounds? I've unsubscribed a lot of channels and I've kind of gotten away from the people who are the constant violators about audiophile. I'm shilling. Click here, click here, click here. It just gets old. And like, are you trying to, just buy exactly the same stuff and have the same exact collection so that you can say, oh, so and so bought it, and here's I have it too. I am just as good. And digging deeper, how much does the pedigree of an album matter? It's like people get hung up on, AAA, all analog, versus, it has a digital step or what have you. And, I just kind of related to the dogs that I've had throughout my life, and the dog, or the record, it's like, it's a great dog or it's a great record or not. And the pedigree or the lineage or what the dog's parents were, it doesn't matter, man. It's just the end result that matters. And, I wish more people would just, listen to the music without knowing the pedigree first. Because once you've polluted your thinking with, this is AAA, a lot of people have in their minds, this is going to be good. So you're looking for reasons for it to be, good for that particular reason, without thinking about, what's the message the music is trying to convey? What was this musician or artist going through? What do the lyrics say? What is the interplay or the time changes? What's interesting about the music rather than the sounds? I don't get it. And like with the Cars album, their debut album, we're with the first like 150 reissue versions on vinyl, all crap, and this is the one to have? Like, this is better than all the rest? Really? I don't get it. Anyway, I guess I would like to get a point, if I could, wish I could convert a few people to say, stop listening to the marketing, stop comparing pressings. And that said, if you really have like a handful of albums that are favorites of yours and you want to just get different versions of it, because that's your favorite performer or whatever, and it's fun, go for it. And really, if comparing pressings and talking about the lineage of a record is fun for you, then you should be like watching my video telling me to fuck right off, because if it's fun for you, go for it. But I get I feel like for the people who think it's fun, I think they're really more programmed by VC 2.0 and by marketing and by the content creating shills that are telling you what you should believe. Think for yourselves. Think outside the box. Don't make your purchasing decisions based on emails or Vital Community shill commercials. Think for yourselves. Please just think for yourselves. If one person will just stop with being the Vinyl Community zombie and think for yourself, that'd be awesome. I think I got that off my chest. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.